welcome back. I am Doreimani and welcome to week 3 of Mahoween. This week I asked you guys to vote on my community tab to see which magic show that we would look at. I was initially going to do this video on Sabrina the Teenage Witch because that was just what I was thinking to do, so I included that in the poll, and the winner that came up on top was Sugar Rune. So this is your guys' choice. And my admission is that I actually knew a minimal amount about this series before doing this video. I've known the name Sugar Rune, I've seen the characters, but I knew nothing about the characters. I knew nothing about the story. I just knew that it was a witch anime. Another witch anime. Sugar Rune is originally a manga series that was illustrated and written by Moyoko Ano from 2003 to 2007. It became a television series, an anime, in July of 2005, ending in June of 2006. And basically what I gathered from the first episode, because I'm reviewing the first episode in this video, is that it's these two girls who are competing against each other in order to become the next queen of the magic world. So it's already sounding like an interesting premise, but there was a lot more to it that I did not expect. Even in episode 1, I was just kind of slack-jawed watching this. And I saw this mug at the store the day after I watched episode 1 for the first time, and I was like, you know what? Yeah. I watched episode 1. Episode 1 opens. We are looking at the magical world in the year of 42,332. I'm looking at this like, oh my god, is that a zip code? Not to mention the fact that I'm watching this video and it's like 3 pixels and I'm just thinking, oh my god, 2000s anime, like this is really my era. We were in the trenches. So it opens, you see these two girls, they're about to jump into this entrance to the human world that's like this fiery pit of lava looking substance. However, it brings you back to meet the girls and okay, which one's Sugar and which one's Rune? But no, that's neither of their names. One girl is named Chocolat Meyer. Oh gosh, this is in French. One girl's name is Chocolat Meyer and the other girl's name is Vanilla Mieux. Guys, I took French in elementary school, middle school, high school. Putting it to test right now. Basically, they're speaking to a council and this council is telling them that they are going to head to the human world to learn things, gain experiences, become better witches so that when they return to the magical world, they can become better queens. You also immediately see the personality differences in them right away. Chocolat is more outgoing, more more out there. She's more willing to take risks. Meanwhile, Vanilla is more of the shy girl. She is a bit more scared of new experiences. So they jump and head down into the boiling, fiery volcano. They come out and are diving into the human world. As they're diving, a child who happens to live nearby sees them falling from the sky. That will be important later. And as they are falling, this guitar man steps in and helps them land softly and takes them to where they need to go, into their new home. And this is just insanity for someone who had no idea what I was going into. I was like, what is going on? Why? I don't understand. But anyway, kind of enamored. This guitar man is named Rockin' Robin, and he is also from the magical world, and he is basically telling them what they must do while they are there. Their goal is to capture hearts and turn those captured hearts into heart crystals, collect those crystals, and I think they essentially just gain notoriety from that, maybe gain power, but it's whoever captures the most hearts is the one who will succeed and become queen. And Rockin' Robin is showing off how many hearts he's gathered and all this and that. And Chocolat is saying how she will not be fooled by him. She will not allow her heart to be captured by him. And thus they say one of the main rules of the magical world, which is the heart is yours to take, but you must not allow yours to be taken. This is also an important sentence. That night, Chocolat and Vanilla are kind of just sitting on the bed, kind of talking about what their adventures are to come. And Vanilla doesn't really have any interest in becoming queen. She says that she wants Chocolat to become queen. And then we learn that Chocolat, she's not from a family that is rich, that has a lot of money, that is notable. Her mother competed against Vanilla's mother, Queen Candy, and lost the throne. So she was not able to become queen, and thus Vanilla's mom did. And then soon after, Chocolat's mother passed away. So for Chocolat, this means more to her than just being a queen and being on the throne and this and that. It's a personal venture. She wants to do right by her mother. Meanwhile, Vanilla's like, my mom's queen. I don't really want to do this. I want to be a baker. And they did something really sweet. They said, no matter who wins, we'll be best friends forever. And I thought that was really sweet, just to have this kind of bonding, because you would think that there would be some competition or some heated vibes between the two of them, but there was none of that at all. It was a very sweet relationship. The next day, Rockin' Robin prepares them to go to school, and he gives them human world names, and Vanilla is graced with the unfortunate name of Vanilla Ice. Ice, ice, baby. Like, they had to have done that on purpose, right? He said that he made sure that their names sounded as authentically Japanese as possible, and I just don't believe him. In a situation in which Rockin' Robin steals the hearts of, or doesn't steal, but he takes the hearts of the teachers in the teachers lounge, we discover that once their heart crystals are captured, their strong emotions will be subdued. And this made me ask the question of, is this a forever type occurrence, or is this just a temporary subdue? Will they lose those strong feelings for like the remainder of their lives, or is it just temporary? I'm assuming it's temporary, but it was just a question I had. So the girls attend their first class. They go to announce themselves at the front of the classroom, and Chocolat does her bit. She introduces herself with no fear. You know, she's more extroverted, and we learn that her catchphrase, or something that she comes to say a lot, is that if you don't listen to me, I'll whoop your butt. Nice to meet you. And I mean, like, wow, what a way to introduce yourself to people. The boys in the classroom are like, oh my God, I'm scared. It's like they said, oh, she's cute. And then she said, I'll whoop your butt. And they were like, okay, what? And then on the other side of things, Vanilla comes up to the front of the class to introduce herself, and she is terrified. She thinks that anyone who is whispering in front of her, that they're talking about her, that they're saying bad things about her. She views the classroom as monsters. And ooh, is this not a great allegory for just anxiety and public speaking and what you, oh my God, like, I don't know, it was just perfect. Like, I've definitely thought that before, speaking in front of people. But none of those inner fears that Vanilla really had really mattered, because the boys were enamored by her from the first second that they saw her. So it turns out that the boys in the human world actually like the shy girls. Chocolat is doing her peeking hands, which is how they can see the hearts that they need to collect. And she sees that everyone is like enamored by Vanilla, and she's like, what is going on here? She eventually learns that, oh God, things are opposite here than they are in the magic world. Instead of attracting boys by being sort of mean, sort of brash, kind of taking command and taking control and things like that, boys don't like that in the human world. And I thought that that was kind of an interesting thing. I know that like Japan is a different society, so culturally and socially things are different in any aspect compared to how things would be as an elementary schooler myself growing up in the United States. So it was interesting to see like what was the preference, just like being from a different country than Japan. I don't know. Vanilla and Chocolat then sit with some girls at lunch, and they introduce themselves, and their new classmates find them to be pretty interesting. Chocolat immediately asks them who they like, who they're into. They're like, wow, to ask that immediately. But one girl is like, I have someone, there is someone. And the other two girls are saying, oh yeah, but you can never get him alone. He's always with his friend. It's hard to be able to talk to him. And ooh, girl, boy, do I know this. Whoa. I mean, like, God, growing up at that age, even in like high school, it's so hard to talk to the guy you like, because there's always a group of friends and it's impossible. It's like a brutal high school experience. This classmate of theirs does see an opportunity, goes up to this guy, tries to talk to him, but here comes the dang friend. Oh my God. And not only that, but this friend is not nice. He teases them, he teases her, calls her a little nickname. Chocolat sees this and is immediately like, hey, what is going on here? I don't like this. Chocolat's resolve for standing up for her classmate is that she sees that she has this budding heart and that her feelings for this guy are real. She says she cannot forgive someone who prevents a budding heart from blooming. So she transforms in front of them. what is happening? She's transforming in front of the students, but they don't notice. Like, time stops. It's like it never happened because I don't know what's going on. She just does it, but they don't notice it. And then after she does it, they're like, what just happened? But in any case, she transforms to try and protect this friend, tries to send out the guard dog of hell that she's been talking about all episode, and it doesn't work. But time stopped anyway, so no one saw her transform. It was fine. But even though this doesn't work, Chocolat swears to this guy that if you ever interfere again, she's gonna kick your butt. Even though this still kind of deters the guys away from her in their class, she does become a hit with the girls. Not what she wanted, but maybe okay anyway. So right after this, the boy who was viewing them from his observatory, who saw them falling from the sky the night before, confronts Chocolat, says that she saw them falling, saw them coming from the sky. He's trying to figure out what's going on. But first off, Chocolat notices that he has a heart crystal that is visible, and she's going to take it. So she transforms, gathers his heart crystal. It's this honey golden color, and she's really excited about it. But this boy is like, there's something weird about you. I'm gonna take that heart crystal because this might be proof of extraterrestrial existence, and I'm gonna take it. Chocolat is like, give that back to me. And honestly, more power to her, because what are you doing running away? Like, that's not even yours. You know that's not yours. But anyway, at this point in the story, I was starting to wonder, like, when they capture the hearts, do they not care about the feelings of the people whose hearts they're capturing? Like, do they even care that this person likes them? Is that something that they would pursue, or do they only care about gathering the hearts? Is there any way for them to feel anything for another person? Like, is there any way for them to like another person, like them back? I was just having those questions, and then immediately my question was answered when this mysterious blonde guy appears. He sees that the yellow golden heart crystal had been scattered on the ground. He picks it up, he makes note of it, and Chocolat is like, give that back to me. He's noting that she has a little bit of a rude demeanor. He didn't take it. She doesn't say thank you when she takes it back from him, and he's basically saying, wow. I didn't know, he was just very mysterious guy. She couldn't really catch his vibe, and it kind of shocked her, kind of surprised her. This is the first time that you see her act this way in the entire episode, so immediately you know something's up between her and her feelings for this mysterious guy. Like, she's clearly annoyed, but the other classmate of hers notes that her face is red. And then I remembered the rule of the magical world. Oh my god, of course, they must not allow their hearts to be taken. So that might answer the question of, do they have feelings for these people whose hearts they're taking? They're not trying to have feelings because that's against the #1 code. But then with the kind of aura that this mysterious blonde man presented, you kind of wondered, is he from the magic world? Is he collecting hearts? Did he just try to collect her heart? Is her heart being captured? I just had a lot of questions that I didn't expect to have. Not only that, but after Chocolat received the golden heart back from him, it was this cold temperature. It was ice cold. She made note of it. What about him would make the heart so ice cold? Oh my god, I would love to watch this past episode 1. Later that night, the girls return to their home. Chocolat presents the honey golden heart to Rockin' Robin that she's very proud of having collected. It's the one heart that she's collected all day. Rockin' Robin was like, well, that's a nice way to put it, honey golden. Usually we just call it piss color. They don't know what the word piss means, but then he says like pee. So basically it's not worth much because we learned that the colors of the heart crystals within each person mean different things. A red heart crystal means a passionate love, and a pink heart crystal means a sweet love, and a yellow heart crystal means, oh my god, you shocked me. Yellow is a surprise heart. And so essentially it's not a heart of pure true love. So the crystal that she collected was not worth very much, unfortunately. So that ends their first day, but even with this kind of blunder, Chocolat is feeling pretty optimistic. She seems excited about the human world. She says it's very interesting. There's this whole scene where she says that the stars in the sky are real and they're not like cut out holes as they are in the magical world. And she says that she wants to become what her mother was never able to become. and she wants to become a queen of light and live up to her mother's dream that her mother was not able to. And I thought that was very sweet. I was not expecting these sweet undertones to go along with the story, and it made me realize that Chocolat is really the main character. I mean, it is the story between the two girls and it is a friendship, and I do believe that it's more like a buddy story of two magical girls rather than anything, but you kind of root for Chocolat because of this history with her upbringing and her mother. There's just a lot more there, and I'm sure that there's more to go with Vanilla's story as well. I would love to continue this and see how it unfolds. I don't think I would do a reaction series though. I think I do it on my own time, but doing this video, I was very actually like pleased to have watched this. I was entertained, I was surprised, and overall I did enjoy it, even though I had to watch it with 4 total pixels. And even though it is an anime that I did not grow up watching, it was very nostalgic because it was that mid-2000s era of anime. A lot of the anime that I used to watch was in 50 parts on YouTube and had 4 pixels, and it was just like, ah, yes, I'm very familiar with this, yes. But anyway, very nice. It's something that I will finish on my own time. Next week on Mahoween is week 4. It is the final week of Mahoween. I know it's not over yet, but this has just been really fun. I would love to do this again next year and maybe do some different things, but we're not even gonna get into that because that's an entire year later. I thank you guys so much for watching this series, and I hope you are enjoying it as well. And let's head into week 4 on a strong note. Yes, yes, yes. I thank you guys for watching, and I thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Stay gravy, baby.